Minimum wage floors may be increasing nationwide up to $15 an hour. In Texas, it's currently $7.25. Many employers don't pay minimum wage, but they don't pay $15 an hour either. Need to find the dollars to fund this? Look here, and you won't have to sell an additional product or develop a new revenue stream. My name is Allison DePauli, and I started Altiqe Consulting to help employers like you take control of your healthcare spend and get budgeting predictability. Happy side effect, better access to high quality care for your people, and lower out-of-pocket costs. If you like what you find here, hit the subscribe notification and the bell, and we'll let you know when we upload new videos. We are filming this in December of 2020. The Wall Street Journal just posted an article about a Biden administration plan for $15 an hour minimum wage increase by 2026. We'll post a link to the article below. Some states are already near $15 an hour, but not most. In Texas, where we are, minimum wage is $7.25, same as in 18 other states. Many employers are already paying higher than minimum wage to keep the talent they need to run their operations. However, most are not paying $15 an hour across the board. Have you thought about how you're going to accommodate this in your budget moving forward? Initial responses to this kind of wage increase might be to raise your prices, reduce employee hours, or ramp up investments in technology so you can lower your labor cost across the board. What if you could reduce your non-compensation budget permanently? Would that give you a little more leeway? The employers we work with are typically not looking to reduce benefits. They're actually looking at the opposite, making benefits work better for their teams and their budgets. By reducing their non-cash compensation, they have more leeway to invest in other areas of their business, including payroll. And you can do the same. These employers apply the same strategies to their benefit spend that they apply to other areas of their business. They set the budget, they set parameters for cost and quality, then they invest in a professional to meet those goals. The decisions are made in the executive suite and executed outside of it, just like every other area of their business. Make sense? And I know the benefits budget is always going to be an expense, not an investment. However, it can be a much more controllable expense than it is now, and it can deliver much more value than it does now. Let me give you an example. I have a client who has about 125 employees enrolled on the plan. About 3 years ago, they moved from a fully insured plan to a self-insured plan with a major carrier, a BUCA, as you might have heard me call them before. Their costs decreased, but still seemed unpredictable. And this is fairly typical. When you move to this arrangement, you are only paying for the care that your employees consume, but you have no control over the cost of care or the quality of that care. PPO discounts are a conversation for another day, and we'll link to a video that talks about that below. Back to my client. After 2 years with the BUCA carrier, they migrated to an independent TPA. We changed their PPO reimbursement rate from PPO to a percentage of Medicare after some frank discussion on how to protect employees from some of the repercussions of that. We also created an incentive structure to promote usage. After the first year, their claims budget has reduced again. We haven't closed the year out yet, but they are tracking at about 18% lower than the prior year. One area that has been challenging for employers of this size is rebate or third-party revenue from their RX spend. Beginning in 2021, we can now receive this revenue also, or a portion of this revenue. Larger employers should already be receiving this revenue. If you're not, you need to talk to somebody, advisor, carrier, whomever. Now, employers in the mid-size range, 100 to 500 employees, are able to receive this revenue also. If you aren't, ask why, or make sure as you renew that you ask for that. So that will also reduce the cost for this employer. There are some simple changes that you can make to start the process. Same few steps we talk about quite often. Identify what is driving your costs. Implement solutions that help contain those costs. Enlist employee help. Healthcare is hugely personal and everybody wants the best care for themselves and their families. Help them get it. Not only is it the right thing to do, it's good for your budget. Refine and optimize. I have been amazed at the tools that have been developed in the last several years to eliminate misaligned incentives and improve access to quality care. Choose some. Make sure that all your vendors work well together. To change direction requires executive leadership and needs to involve those with P&L responsibility. Typically, healthcare budgets are the largest expense after payroll. Let me ask you this question. Does the person managing this expense have the authority to write a check for it? If not, why are you allowing them to manage the expense? Give that responsibility to somebody who does have the responsibility to write a check for it, because that is what you're doing. So if you're an employer and you are interested in solving your budgeting problem and doing a bit better for your employees, and you're willing to do one or two things a bit differently than you are today, click the link below and let's see if we're a good fit.